Hello and welcome to my channel. Firstly, I want to say thank you to every single one of the 15 people that have subscribed. When I started posting, I didn't think anyone would subscribe because honestly there are so many people that do this, and I was like, you know what, maybe it'll help someone. So again, thank you to each and every single one of you. So just a quick little background. My name is Abby, abundantly Abby, and I think the reason why I started this channel was I've been through some shit. Like a lot of people have been through some shit. And a majority of the time when you look on like Facebook and Instagram and this and that, everybody always fairy tales their life. They're always like, you know, this bad thing did happen, but then all these great things happened. And then really what happened was nothing. Like they just made it look really cool and nothing really happened. And I was like, that's not really it. That's not what life is. Life is suffering. Life is sucks, but it's beautiful at the same time. And you can't have one without the other. You cannot have happiness without feeling what sadness was. You can't have, you just can't have it. So majority of the times where I had the best times of my life, it came off the back of having the worst times of my life. And a lot of the times the biggest things that happened to me was absolute shit. Like in no way in life would I tell you, oh, this was absolutely great. Feeling the betrayal from my family or best friend, or from an acquaintance or boyfriend or a girlfriend, feeling that betrayal was great. Losing someone that you love to death is great. No one's ever gonna say that because it fucking sucks. It sucks. But the main thing to realize, and Dragonfly, the main thing to realize is that there is life after that. There is life after the breakup. There is life after losing your job. There is life after quitting your job. Even though it sucks, there is even life after losing someone to death. That in itself is something I would need to get into in a completely different video. But there is life after. And that's the main thing. I think the main reason why I also want this channel, bless you, for this channel is just to let everyone know that even though it absolutely sucks, you can still do something about it. There is still the ability to, and it kind of just comes down to what you want. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be adding any edits and fancy stuff because as of right now, I think this channel will be me popping my phone down somewhere, just sitting underneath the table outside, because that's where I'm currently sitting, and just giving messages. Because in the day and age of like fancy edits and trying to keep your attention, we're so involved like visually on what's going on and what everyone else is doing that we kind of just forget what we want, what we need to hear, what we want to see. Everyone's always trying to show off what they have, and I'm just not going to compete because I've been competing my entire life and I just don't want to compete anymore. I just don't want to spend time competing against people for anything. So if this channel fades out and these 15 subscribers, you guys are the only ones that I have, then that's it. I mean, I've helped one or two of you in the process, and that is perfectly fine with me. And I think that is another thing that we also need to realize as people is you don't always have to compete, because competing only kills your joy. If you constantly try and benchmark yourself against other people, you're not that person. You didn't grow up the way they did. You didn't have the lessons that they did. And even if you had the same lessons, you still don't have the same ability to work through it or progress or anything like that. You're not the same people. We are not the same people. We might have traits that are the same as other people, but we're not the same. And as soon as we step back and realize that we are perfectly imperfect, that's when you kind of change your life, because you're like, okay, I am not perfect, but I can become perfect in the way that I want to become perfect. And again, perfect is in quotation marks because nothing is perfect. What's perfect for you is not perfect for me, is not perfect for someone else. Like, I can really enjoy drinking coffee, and drinking coffee 5 times a day for me sounds like the perfect day. But someone else that really hates coffee or gets really anxious when they drink coffee, drinking 5 cups of coffee, it's a really, really stupid, it's a stupid way to explain what I'm trying to say, but I'm going to do it anyway. Drinking 5 cups of coffee would be the worst thing for them. And that's why, like I said, it's really okay if you're not perfect. There's literally beauty in imperfection. So again, I think I just lost my train of thought. That's going to happen quite a bit as well. I talk a lot and then forget what I was saying in the process. But the reason why I actually really started this channel is just from a really young age, I realized that sometimes you just need to shout into the void and hope someone hears you. So this is that space. Like if you want to shout into the void and you want someone to hear you, drop a comment, just drop your name. I'll say hello in person. And then also if there's anything that you want to talk about, I mean, I understand that it's really weird for some random person on the internet to say, hey, can you please tell me about your deepest, darkest secrets? But just know that anything that you're dealing with, someone out there is 100% have gone through or is going through the same thing. You're never alone. It's never going to be the end of the world. And also, yeah, it's just, there is life. There is beauty in life. And again, I don't think I'm making sense, but I'm gonna post this anyway because, you know, perfectly imperfect. I wish you guys have a great rest of your day. Hit subscribe if you're, you know, viewer number 17 or 16. And yeah, just drop anything in the comments that you want me to discuss in the next one. I do have a few things that I would like to discuss, obviously, just things that I've learned in the process. But I mean, I can always take some suggestions and maybe, you know, reflect on that and see how that approaches, or how that approach could work for you. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. You'll probably see me again in a very informal setting, just absolutely winging it, because that's how I'm going to do this. And if this found you today, I just want you to know that you are an absolute masterpiece. It doesn't really matter who says what. You are a masterpiece because you are you. Don't try and be anyone else, because you can't be. They're already them. So just continue being you.